Welcome to Stay Brainy, Stay Curious. Are you ready for another mind-boggling ride solving riddles and puzzles with us? Remember, solving riddles forces you to think outside the box, and it is an amazing way to keep your mind bright and sharp. So, without further ado, let's get those brain cells working. First up, a fun and easy task. Simply find 5 differences between these two pictures. Let's see how keen your eyesight is. Here are the 5 differences. Question is, did you manage to find in the time allotted? That was an easy warm-up. Time to think a little. Can you figure out this riddle? What can you catch but not throw? It's a cold. You can catch a cold from someone, but you certainly cannot throw it. I'm curious to see if there are any other equally witty solutions. If you came up with something else, make sure to share your answer in the comment section. Ha, now we're talking. This one will really make you think hard. Here's what's going on. You've got 4 words, 3 of which match up to a numerical code right below them. But you'll see that there are only 3 codes and 4 words. That means that one of the words does not have a code. You need to figure out which code matches which word and, using your findings, figure out the code for the word take. Ready? Go! Let's solve this together. Right off the bat, I see that the words wait and work start with the same letter, W. However, I don't see 2 codes that start with the same number. That tells me that either wait or work doesn't have a code. To figure out which one, I need to move on to the words kite and team. Now, there are 2 letters that these words share. Letters T and E coincidentally in the same order. The set of 2 numbers that occur in 2 different codes is 2 and 9. Judging by the location of those numbers, we can deduce that 2918 is code for team and 6529 is code for kite, 2 standing for letter T and 9 standing for letter E. Knowing that, I can now deduce that the code for wait must end with a 2. However, there is no such code. That means that wait does not have a code, and we can confidently cross it out. From here, it's quite simple really. We know that T is equivalent to number 2. A matches up to 1. We know from kite that K matches up to 6. And finally, the code for E is number 9. So the code for take must be number 2169. While the previous brain teaser dealt with some verbal reasoning, this brain teaser is all numbers. Now, I hope you remember Roman numerals because you're gonna have to tap into that knowledge to solve this conundrum. Your job is to fix this bogus equation by moving just one matchstick around. Remember, you need to replace that matchstick back into the equation. You cannot simply take it away, and you certainly cannot just put it across the equal sign. Give it a try. Are you ready for the solution? Alright, you see how there's a Roman 4 after the equal sign? Simply take the vertical matchstick in front of the Roman 5 and move it to the right, turning it from the Roman 4 to the Roman 6. 1 + 2 + 3 is 6. Perfect!
Wow!
This next brain teaser also involves math, although if you know the basics, it shouldn't prove too difficult to solve. Question is, how quickly can you get to the answer? And go! Let's see if you got the answer correct. Let's start by solving for the turtles. An easy enough equation here. 8 minus turtle equals turtle. That means 8 equals 2 turtles, which in turn means that 1 turtle equals 4. This equation tells us that the clownfish is the same as the turtle, so now we know that clownfish is equivalent to 4. Knowing what the clownfish is, we can solve for this green fish. 4 plus 4 is 8, so the green fish is equal to 8. Using the clownfish, we can also solve for the starfish. 2 plus 4 is 6. Easy. Now we can plug in for the unknowns in the last equation. 8 plus 4 minus 6. That's 12 minus 6, which is 6. And 6 is the correct answer to this math puzzle. Taking a break from all the numbers, let's have a little fun with this rebus. Deducing from the pictures and letters given, can you guess what country this is? Let's see, we've got a Q and a star. The rebus tells us to replace the S in star with an A. That turns it into Atar. Add Q at the beginning and we have Qatar, one of the richest countries in the world. This riddle was very popular as a short. Let's see what answer you can come up with. Here's how it goes. What kind of room has no doors or windows? It's a mushroom. What a fun play on words, don't you think?
Cool!
Last math problem of the day, but don't let this equation fool you. It may look easy, but man did people trip on this one. Let's solve this equation together so we can compare answers, shall we? Before we dive into it though, we need to quickly review basic rules of math. Remember to always follow the correct order of operations, meaning start with parentheses, then move on to exponents, followed by division and or multiplication, and at the end, addition and or subtraction. Remember to work from left to right if you have the same level operations. Alright, now let's apply that knowledge into solving this equation. Parentheses first, so 2 plus 2 is 4. Great. But now, how do we go about the numbers before and after the parentheses? There's no operation symbol. Well, here's another rule for you to remember. If there's no operation symbol outside of the parentheses, then the parentheses indicate multiplication. That means that this equation can also be written like this: 2 times 2 times 4 times 2. Bidmiss only referred to the operation inside the parentheses. Once we did the 2 plus 2, we were left with a bunch of multiplications, although 2 of them were implied by the parentheses, which was meant to trick you. From here on, you simply solve from left to right since it's all multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 2 is 32. Well done if you've managed to solve these brain teasers. Check back for more brain-boosting videos. The more puzzles you solve, the smarter you'll get. I hope you learned something new, I hope you had fun, and I hope you always stay brainy. See you in the next video!